catch 'em all.
Hey guys, PokéDan here. With the hype season for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee very much starting to die down, understandably Pokemon fans are looking forward to the next games to come in the series. Each Pokemon game brings with it a couple of new features, and in Generation 6, we received one of my favourite ever features to be introduced, and that is Mega Evolution. Mega Evolution gave certain Pokemon the chance to get even stronger and obtain an even more badass design. Not only this, but some of the Pokemon who gained Mega Evolutions also gained more popularity, and I feel that there are plenty more Pokemon who would benefit from gaining a Mega form. So today you join me to discuss some of the Pokemon I feel deserve Mega Evolutions. By the way guys, the art for any Fakemon I use in this video has been created by Phatmon and Smiley-Fakemon, so I gotta give credit where it's due for these awesome creations. Their DeviantArt pages will be linked in the description, so be sure to check them out. Also, in this video, I am in no way saying that Megas will return in Gen 8. But hey, it's fun to speculate. One more thing, the Pokemon in this video are just some who I think deserve Mega Evolutions. So be sure to let me know who you want to Mega Evolve in future games down in the comment section. But with all that being said, let's get started with the video. First up, we have a well-known Pokemon from the Johto region, being Crobat. This Pokemon is a pretty popular one, and I'm honestly surprised that the likes of Audino received a Mega before it. This Fakemon design for Mega Crobat was created by Smiley-Fakemon, and I know what you're thinking. Dan, we've seen this fan-made Mega all over the internet. Well, me too, but for good reason. Personally, I think this version of Mega Crobat is the best out there. I mean, just look at it. It looks menacing and as though it could handle itself in a fight. Maybe for this version of Mega Crobat, it could gain the Dark type and the ability Levitate, just so that its Poison type doesn't become part of its downfall. Although admittedly, with the lack of weaknesses, it would be pretty OP. Maybe there's a better change to be made for this Pokemon. If you have an idea, be sure to let me know. Next up is a Fire-type Pokemon from the Hoenn region, and it is Torkoal. With the release of Auras, we saw a lot of Gen 3 Pokemon gain Mega forms, and unfortunately, this Forgotten Turtle didn't receive one. This design, which was also created by Smiley-Fakemon, turns Torkoal into a much more defensive threat. Upon Mega Evolving, Torkoal would mostly gain more stats in defense and special defense, whilst also having a little more special attack, and it would keep its typing of fire. I think this is a really solid design, and I have to say, I'm a fan. Some Pokemon gain Mega Evolutions to boost their currently high popularity statuses, and others because they could do with a bit more strength. Personally, I think Torkoal needs a bit of both, so come on Game Freak, shine the spotlight on this Pokemon. Rhyperior. Not gonna lie, I wasn't gonna include this Pokemon because I know it's pretty hated by some of the fans for its massive weaknesses. But then I thought about it, and I thought that maybe by gaining a Mega Evolution and giving this Pokemon more resistances, it would redeem itself massively. This new design of Mega Rhyperior was created by Phatmon, and it sees this Pokemon get even bulkier. In this Mega, Rhyperior would gain more stats in attack and its defenses, and it would also become a pure ground type. To balance out the buffs, I think it would most likely lose stats in speed, but I mean, this Pokemon was never the fastest anyway, so that's all good. If Rhyperior was to get some good Mega treatment, I honestly reckon that it could gain a ton more popularity. Generation 5 gave us a whole new roster of Pokemon, and out of every single new Pocket Monster, the only one to gain a Mega form was Audino. Now, I have nothing against this Pokemon, but it just seemed so random in Auras when it was announced that Audino would be receiving a Mega. Not one other Gen 5 Pokemon had a Mega form, and it seems like wasted potential, seeing as the Universe Dex is full of great Pokemon. Anyway, I got a bit sidetracked. Another Gen 5 Pokemon I'd love to see in Mega form is Musharna. This design by Phatmon on DeviantArt shows a much more graceful version of Mega Musharna, and in this form, I could definitely see it becoming part Fairy type. On top of this, Musharna should gain more stats in its special attack, special defense, and defense. I love this design for Mega Musharna, it looks great, and if we ever get something half as decent as this, we'll be in for a win. Next up, we have a Pokemon that was close to getting its own Mega form, but as we all know, the designers had artist block. I'm talking about Flygon. This Pokemon was robbed of its potential Mega form, so come on Game Freak, let's sort this out in a future game. This Fakemon by Smiley-Fakemon is exactly what I'd like to see in a Mega Flygon design. It looks huge, terrifyingly powerful, and on top of that, it doesn't move away from Flygon's original design too much. Realistically, I can see this Pokemon maintaining its dual type of Dragon and Ground, but admittedly, I'd also like to see it become part Bug type. This Mega Flygon would also receive buffs in attack and speed mainly. Hopefully in Generation 8 or future Pokemon games, Flygon will just get the justice it deserves. In the Alola games, the Mega Evolution feature wasn't so prominent, so naturally no new Mega Evolutions were added, and it's a shame because I think Alola had a lot to offer. One Pokemon I think would be the perfect candidate for Mega Evolution is Bewear. As it is, Bewear is a well-known Pokemon that also has a bit of popularity behind it, and design-wise there's a lot that Game Freak could work with. I really like this design of Mega Bewear by Phatmon. This thing looks like a badass and a super strong one at that as well. Type-wise, I think it would remain normal and fighting, and it would gain more stats in attack. But yeah, Mega Bewear is a Pokemon that I'd like to see in the future. Next up, we have another underrated Pokemon from the Unova region, this time being Murractus. Okay, so I know I seem to complain about Ordino gaining a random Mega, but Murractus is different. Why? Well, Ordino at least received special treatment before in the Unova games, where it was well known for giving your Pokemon lots of EXP when it fainted, and arguably it was the mascot of the Rustling Grass feature. Murractus, honestly, even though I like it, I have to admit, it is a very forgettable Pokemon. This Mega Evolution by Smiley-Fakemon has a cool design that I'm a fan of. I mean, look at its hand area. It looks like this Mega Maractus gains a hand cannon. On top of this, I think this version of Maractus would suit the grass and water typing quite nicely. And honestly, just give this Pokemon some attention. Mantine is a Pokemon that gained a lot more popularity when it became an official ride Pokemon in Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And before it became such a vital Pokemon in your journey, I still liked Mantine. I always saw Mantine as a bit of an underrated Pokemon, but after Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, I gotta say, I fell in love with this thing even more. So is it really a shock that I want it to Mega Evolve? This Mega Mantine design was created by Smiley-Fakemon, and I love how its ride Pokemon status contributes to its design. Of course, Mantine would get a boost in stats upon Mega Evolving, mostly in special attack and its defenses. Smiley-Fakemon recommends this Pokemon gets the Serene Grace ability, and I gotta say, with moves like Air Slash and Scald, this would make Mega Mantine one giant threat. So to make up for this, let its typing of Water and Flying stay, just so this Mega is a bit more balanced. The final two Pokemon that I'll be talking about in this video are my Sinnoh favourites, Electivire and Magmortar. These Pokemon are pretty well known and I like them both quite a lot, Electivire more though. And yeah, I'd like to see them gain Mega Evolutions. These designs by Phatmon on DeviantArt are just superb, and I think they look fantastic. Upon Mega Evolution, Electivire would gain more stats in attack, and in its defenses. As for Magmortar, it would gain more stats in its special attack and also in its defenses. I grouped these Pokemon together for this list because it wouldn't seem right to give one of them a Mega without the other. However, that hasn't stopped Game Freak in the past. But anyway guys, with all that being said, that pretty much wraps things up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Also, be sure to let me know down in the comment section what Pokemon you'd like to see get Mega Evolutions in future games. But with all that being said, for now, I've been PokéDan, you've been amazing, and I'll see you guys next time.